We left our phones beside the bed, took only what the road could give instead. A faded map, a tank half full, and a reckless heart that wouldn't follow rules. The radio was playing loud, we disappear into the crowd. No destination on the screen, just chasing places we'd never seen. Let the highway pull us far, past the houses and the cars. We don't need a reason why, we're young enough to touch the sky. Run away, let the summer take our names. No regrets, no looking back, no more living on a track. If the world is moving fast, we'll make this moment last. We don't know where we'll arrive, but we're young and we're alive. We found a motel by the sea, with faded signs and cheap coffee. You drew a sunrise on a receipt, while bare feet danced along the street. We watched the ocean turn to gray, and didn't care about the day. The kind of freedom you can't buy was shining in your tired eyes. Maybe we'll be different soon, maybe winter comes too soon, but tonight the stars are white, and there's nowhere else we'd rather be tonight. Run away, let the summer take our names. No regrets, no looking back, no more living on a track. If the world is moving fast, we'll make this moment last. We don't know where we'll arrive, but we're young and we're alive. When the years become a blur, I remember being next to you, two strangers to tomorrow, with nothing left to lose. Run away, even when the summer fades. We'll keep pieces of the night hidden somewhere deep inside. And if life becomes too loud, we'll find that empty road somehow. Back to where we learned to breathe, back to who we used to be. I thought I had it figured out, then life turned every answer upside down. I said the wrong things, lost a friend, built a wall I didn't know how to mend. I watched my plans fall through the floor, stood outside an unfamiliar door. For the first time I understood that getting lost could still be good. Every scar became a line in a story that was mine. I don't have to be afraid of the choices that I made. These are my first mistakes. took a job I didn't love, saved a little, dreamed a lot, bought a ticket with my last few bills, just to see what waited past the hills. I met strangers on a train, shared old stories in the rain. For a moment, nothing had a name, and somehow I was glad I came. Maybe perfect isn't real, maybe falling helps us feel. Every door that wouldn't stay pushed me toward a different place. These are my first mistakes, my first heartbreaks, first escapes. Every wrong turn showed me something I was meant to see. I don't need to know the way, I just need to face today. If growing up means losing ground, I'll find my feet and turn around. Someday I'll thank the younger me for being brave enough to leave. For every night I couldn't sleep, for every dream I chose to keep. These were my first mistakes, the beautiful ones I had to make. Every tear and every scar brought me closer to where we are. I don't need a perfect road, I can carry every load. Youth was never meant to stay, it was meant to shape the way. Out to shape the way. There were days we couldn't wait to grow, counting every year we had to go. We thought freedom lived somewhere ahead, in a bigger room and a different bed. We didn't know the little things would be the ones we'd miss someday. The sound of friends outside the door, the careless words we'd never say. Time was always on our side, or at least that's what we thought. We never saw the ending in the moments that we got. Before we know the summer's gone, before we know the lights come on, we'll wake up somewhere older, wonder where the years have gone. So let's stay a little longer, let the evening turn to blue. Before we know, this moment will be something we once knew. Now the streets we used to run feel quieter beneath the setting sun. The corner store is different now, but I can still remember how we used to dream without a plan, believe the world would understand. And every time we fell apart, we found another place to start. Maybe growing isn't losing, maybe change is just a door. Maybe all the days behind us are still all we know, another dawn. But every laugh and every dream will keep a little light on. So let's live a little louder. Let our hearts remember how. Before we know, we'll be looking back on now. The last train left at 10:30, so we walked the city once again. Neon signs reflected in the rain, we were laughing like we never changed. A $20 bill between us, 2 coffees keeping both of us awake. We talked about our favorite songs and all the things we wanted to make. There's something about the midnight air that makes you feel like no one's there. No past, no future, nothing wrong. Just 2 young hearts walking on. After midnight, we would come alive under streetlights, learning how to fly. No one knows where we'll be tomorrow. No one knows where we might find. After midnight, hold on tight. These are the hours we'll remember when the world gets quiet and we're still becoming who we are. There's something dining near the river with a jukebox playing old songs. You said you were afraid of leaving, I said stay, and felt more wrong. The morning slowly colored blue, and I didn't want the night to end. Somewhere between the dark and dawn, we stopped being afraid again. Maybe youth is just a door we only recognize once it's gone. So let's stay here a little more before the morning moves along. After midnight, we come alive under streetlights, learning how to fly. No one knows where we'll be tomorrow. No one knows where we might find. After midnight, hold on tight. These are the hours we'll remember when the world gets quiet and we're still becoming who we are. Years from now, if you hear this song, I hope the feeling pulls you back to that rainy street at 2 a.m. when we had nothing but a dream. After midnight, we came alive under streetlights, learning how to fly. Even if tomorrow changes, we can never lose that night. After midnight, hold on tight to the hearts we had together. We were young, we were restless, and we were becoming who we are. We climbed the stairs above the town while the evening lights came on. Someone brought a cheap old speaker. Someone brought a bottle of soda. We sat beside the water tank, talking about the lives we had. You wanted to be a filmmaker. I said I'd start a band, and the whole world I'll climb those stairs again, not to find the past we had, but the person I was then. We had rooftop dreams, and they're still a part of me. Even if the years have changed everything we used to see, nothing is impossible when you remember who you are. I'll keep one light burning for those rooftop stars. We were running down an empty street with the summer underneath our feet, old sneakers, new dreams in our hands, making promises we didn't understand. The city lights were turning gold. We were fearless, we were never told that every moment passes by, so we just laughed beneath the open sky. Maybe we don't need to know where these restless roads will go. All I need is you right here while the future disappears. We're young in the golden hour, burning brighter than we know. Every second feels like forever, everywhere we go. If tomorrow takes us somewhere far beyond this little town, I'll remember how we led before the sun went down. We wrote our names on window glass, watched the midnight buses pass, talking about the lives we'd lead, chasing every impossible dream. Your old guitar was out of tune, still we played beneath